You got the crazy eyes. Oh, you got the crazy eyes. I thought you wanted that. Oh. Hi. Hi, you're in a playful mood. Hi. Hello. Drop. Good girl. Good afternoon, guys, and happy Thursday. As soon as I start speaking to the camera, this one gets jealous. When Dad phones or anyone else phones or I record for YouTube or Instagram, you get a bit jelly belly, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, happy Thursday. Well, it is Thursday at the time of filming. You'll be watching this on Sunday, obviously, but Thursday at the time of recording. I have probably been the worst YouTuber, as I say. I'm not a YouTuber, but I have filmed very little of me speaking this week. I have filmed a little bit of my workouts, but talking wise, I have been quite bad. So yeah, first time this week that I speak to you. I think I just get a bit, I don't know what I would call it, but my life, like I said in the last video or 2 videos back, my life is quite boring. But I thought in this week's video, I could talk to you a little bit more about, if you're interested. Obviously you would have seen from the title already. But I thought I would speak to you a little bit more in depth about my Hyrox prep leading into Copenhagen. So, for anyone who hasn't watched any of the previous videos or doesn't follow me on Instagram, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I shall link it in the description box. But yeah, if you didn't know, I am training for a women's open Hyrox in Copenhagen, which will take place on the 15th of March this year. So yeah, Steve is doing my programming. So my partner, if you were not aware, he has a performance coaching brand called the Performance Academy. Again, I shall link his Instagram down below. If you haven't done so already, you can go and check him out, give him some love and support. But yeah, he is my coach for this prep, and he is the one programming my training sessions for me. So at the minute, if he's thinking, or if he has planned to have a similar layout or structure of training as we had leading into our mixed doubles for Stockholm, then I anticipate the workouts or the training sessions to become a little bit more Hyrox specific closer to the time. I don't think he sees very much point in getting too specific too early. So hence why you'll, as I'm away to tell you or talk you through, there's not a huge amount of like Hyrox specific stuff in my programs just yet. I think he's very much of the belief and the mindset that don't get better at just Hyrox because you will be good at just Hyrox, whereas Hyrox is a running race mixed in with strength focused functional movements or stations. So yeah, get good at running and get strong as a mofo, which to be fair, this is how we trained leading into Stockholm, and we set a really good time. So yeah, must work. But currently I am doing 7 training sessions, which seems to work for me. 8. We started off with 8. It was just a little bit too much. My body was like, "What the hell are you doing to me?" So, we took it down to 7, and let's just see how my body reacts to that. First week of that, and it seems to be fine, or it seems to be handling it fine. So yeah, but more in depth, I suppose. On a Monday, I have thresholds. So I think it's like a 10-minute warm up, and then currently I have 3 8-minute threshold runs, with, I believe, 60 seconds like recovery in between, followed by a cool down. Preferably, he would like me to do them outside, but living where we live in Sweden last week was, or the week that's just gone, Monday was horrendous on the roads. It was literally an ice rink, covered by snow. So my thresholds wouldn't have been thresholds because it was just not optimal conditions, or it was very much suboptimal conditions. So I opted to do those at the gym. I do think I filmed that, so I will insert a little snippet or a little clip of that now. Then on Tuesdays, I have a strength session ended by a little bit of an AMRAP. So we have squats, split squats, push press, followed by a 15-minute AMRAP, or like 3 times 5 minutes with recovery in between. In that AMRAP, we have wobbles, clean and press, and burpees, and then do as many rounds as possible of that within those 5 minutes. And then finishing that session off with 100 meters of sled pull. So all the sled work that he has me doing is all above race weight. So this particular day I'm doing 120% of race weight, for then double the length of race day, basically. So yeah, those 100 meters always start off like, this is easy, and by the end of it, I look like someone has poured a bucket of water over me. That's how sweaty I end that session. So yeah, that's a Tuesday. Wednesday tends to be my double day, so I've got an easy run in the morning. Currently we are doing 25 minutes. I had December last year, or December 2023 rather, I had an ankle injury. I had a stress fracture in my ankle, which it's healed, but I can feel it niggling from time to time. So we are very slowly, building up run volume, but I do think we're going to stick to 3 runs a week. It's almost like my body responds to 3 runs a week the best, rather than like 4 or 5. Yeah. A 25-minute easy run on the Wednesday morning, and then the Wednesday afternoon, I go to a class at the gym. This particular one on a Wednesday is very like CrossFitty type, like it's a very CrossFitty type class. Very much strength mixed with conditioning. So that's why Steve and I agreed that that's a good class to go to. It's a good class to work on that feeling of high heart rate and like fatigue. So yeah, that's what I do on a Wednesday. Thursday, so today, again, is an easy 25. Nothing too taxing, just to get an extra few miles in the legs. Fridays, I think Fridays we're keeping strength with a wall ball finisher. So we're doing, oh God, actually this week I'm doing an off-plan training session because two of my friends and me are training together. I will try to be good and film that for you tomorrow, so you can have a little nosy at how we train together. But we are following Wilma's training session tomorrow.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad. Cause I've been to hell and back, you don't wanna make me mad. I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared.
Usually on a Friday, what do I usually have on a Friday? Bench, pull-ups, shoulder press, lat raise, and then an AMRAP again. I think it's 15-minute AMRAP or 20-minute AMRAP. I can't remember now, but it is, oh God, doing this off memory is difficult. I've got farmer's carries, double dumbbell clean and press, and assault bike. It's a vile AMRAP, but it is so good to work short. Like, it's a short AMRAP, it's 15 minutes, but it's so good to work on that high heart rate and that, like, you're wanting to vomit but you don't actually need to vomit feeling. But tomorrow's session I think will be bench, deadlift, lunges, row, and then we finish off with, I think it's 110 wall balls, a couple of, I think it's 20 at 9 kilo, 40 at 6 kilo, and then 50 at 5 kilo. So yeah, a little bit of a juicy wall ball finisher for you. that's a Friday, and then a Saturday I have an erg conditioning session. It is not the prettiest, it's not the sexiest, it is probably the most boring session of the week, but it does really work on and improve your speed when on the ergs. He wants me to focus on technique, building technique and drilling that technique in. So he doesn't necessarily want me to go at race pace. He actually wants me to stay below race pace, but work on that technique. And I think I have found what works for me, what makes me the quickest on the row as well as the ski. I always thought that long strokes were for me on the ski, whereas I've now actually found that not reaching all the way up and breaking at the hips gives me like a greater vertical pull, so I'm producing less, or I'm using less effort to get the same result, if that makes sense. So yeah, that session is probably the most boring but a very effective session. Currently rowing at comfortably anywhere between like 210 and 220. Like I'm not really out of breath rowing at that pace, which is good, which means that come race day I'll probably be able to hold like a 205 to a 210 quite comfortably after all those runs and after all those previous stations. And the ski, I'm currently skiing quite comfortably at anywhere between, I would say, 205. 205 is pushing it a little bit, but still relatively comfortable. 205 and like 218 ish per 500 meters. So again, come race day, I'm hoping to hold that 205 quite comfortably, which means that I'm not going full send on the ski. I think it's very much about controlling that first station and like almost, I think this is why threshold work is so good. It's almost like toying with that line of how much further can I go, how much more can I push myself. And again, it is that repetitiveness of the ski row conditioning session allows me to, I suppose, go at a certain pace on the ski and then think, right, I'm going to pick it up by like a second or two and see if like how much more it fatigues me, if it is worth being like 2 to 4 seconds in that kilometre quicker, or if I'm better off just holding back a little bit and then being able to really send that second run again. It's all tactics. For a very long time, I thought that Hyrox like racing is just go, whereas no, it's not. There's so much tactic and strategy behind it, but I quite like that. I think that's quite fun. So yeah, that is what my average training week looks like. I hope you enjoyed that breakdown, I suppose. As I said before, Steve is programming everything for me. So if you're interested in getting coached for Hyrox, then as I said, I will link his Instagram below. Drop him a follow, drop him a message. You can just chat training if you want and see if it's something for you. If not, if yes, then welcome to the team. Are you gonna help me open this? She's got no clue. Yeah, anyway, it is the same day as the previous clip, just a couple of hours later. And literally about 20 minutes after I finished filming the previous clip, I got a notification to say that these Shokz headphones had arrived at like the delivery place and I can go and pick them up. So yeah, that's pretty much the first thing I did after filming that previous clip. Take her for a walk and then pick these up. A late Christmas present from Steve. I am very excited to try these. I've heard very many good things about them. My brother actually has them and is very happy with them. The only thing he says that is a bit, maybe could have been better, is like if you have a song with a lot of bass. No, that's very noisy. Go do that in your crate. Yeah. If you have a song with a lot of bass, it like vibrates. So these are, for anyone who doesn't know these are the Shokz Open Run Pros Mini. So they're smaller at the back, because I've got a pea head. Yeah, so they are like bone conducting headphones. They don't sit in your ear, they don't sit over your ear, they sit on like the bone. I've tried them on twice, not the mini actually, not the size, but I've tried them on twice. Once in a shop in Dundee, in Scotland, and I was so confused because I put them on and I was like, where's the music? I thought the music that I was hearing in my ears was from like speakers in the shop. That's how good the quality was. And then obviously when I seen them, my brother had them, I tried, or asked to try them on, and again I was amazed by the quality. So yeah, I want to say I'm not like a music listener while running, but having said that, I've just got into a habit of not having headphones when I run, because in-ears, I just find them very uncomfortable, and then over-ears, I don't like running on a road with cars and no like separate footpath or run path with over-the-ear headphones, because I can't hear what's coming. So with these, I will be able to hear what's coming. Anyway, enough of my rambling. Let's open the box and see what the crack is. I'm very excited about this, by the way, if you couldn't tell. Oh, comes in a little case. That's quite fancy, isn't it? With a charger and a warranty card. So that's quite nice. What kind of charger is it? So it is quite a specific charger. I need to keep track of that, don't lose it. The user manuals, which I'll want to read through. Oh, look at them. That's quite posh, isn't it? Comes in a little case. And then that's how they sit. Right, let me go and put my hair up, because obviously otherwise it sits over, and I'll be right back. There we go. So this is how they sit over the ear, as such, and then around the back, as such. I'm so happy that I went for the mini. When I opened this, I thought, oh, they look very small, but then I did forget that I have a tiny head. Yeah, there's like a little bit of give at the back, so there's a little bit of like, if you were wearing like, so if I wear my my headband or like a tight hat, that would fit in between. A thick hat probably wouldn't fit, but then I don't run with thick hats. I'll run at most with like my headband. So yeah, very, very happy with these, very impressed. Good morning, it is now Saturday. I'm out for a walk with the Furry Riot. Don't know if you can see her, but yeah, I've got the most boring session a bit later on. It's the ski roll conditioning session that I spoke about a bit earlier in the video. We've got 6 to 8 rounds on each, so what's that, 12 to 16k altogether. We've got that coming up a little bit later on today. Prime opportunity though to test out my new Shokz headphones, which I'm very excited about. not so excited for the actual session. I will try and film some clips. Not the most sexy of sessions, I suppose, but I'll try and get some footage. And yeah, insert that here.
I'm taking shots at the enemy. I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof off. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take the noose off. And you cannot save me, 'cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking.
Good afternoon, guys. That would have been a very abrupt ending to that video. I realised I'm just sat editing putting the final touches on that edit now. Yeah, that would have ended very abruptly. So I thought I would just jump on quickly and say thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all alright. I hope you've had a very nice weekend. I obviously had that training session of hell yesterday, and today I went for a very nice long walk with a friend, and obviously we took a little Nugget. She is out for the count. I think she'll be sleeping for the rest of the afternoon and the evening, so that's good. And then cleared the rest of Mum's stuff in her flat with my brother, and then him and me went for lunch, which was very, very nice. And now I think I'm away to like clear my wardrobe a bit. You know, when you've been clearing someone else's flat, or like you've been tidying, you just get in a little bit of a roll. I think I'm gonna go upstairs and tidy a bit in my wardrobe. So yeah, but anyway, enough rambling. I just wanted to say thank you. Hope you're all right. Please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and hit the little bell notification or the little bell icon if you want to get notifications. That would mean the world to me. But yeah, I hope you all have a really nice week ahead. And yeah, I will hopefully catch up with quite a few of you at some point very, very soon. Bye bye.